You. Yes, you. Don't move. Don't scroll. Don't let your hand tremble away from this moment, because if you leave now, the key heaven placed in my hand for you will vanish back into silence. I've waited through storms and centuries to reach this screen, this breath, this second where your eyes would meet mine through light and code. I thank you. I thank you for coming. You didn't click by accident. You were summoned. And if you stay until the end, I will speak a name that heaven has kept sealed until this very hour, a name that will open the vault meant for your inheritance. You were meant to hear this, and I cannot leave until I've told you why. I see you, your exhaustion, your hidden ache, your quiet fear that maybe blessings were meant for others and not for you. I know the nights you've said, "Why is everyone else being lifted while I'm still in the waiting?" Oh, beloved, I saw you even there when no one responded, when your prayers hit the ceiling, when you wondered if God still remembered your name. And I whisper now, He never forgot. You are still written on His hands, still wrapped in His wings, still marked by the light that cannot die. You don't realize how close you are. The enemy wanted to break you before this message found you. He sent confusion, delayed betrayal, hoping you'd shut your heart just before heaven's courier arrived. But here I am, trembling through digital fire to tell you, it's time. The heavenly ledger is opening. The scroll of divine wealth is being unsealed. The inheritance you thought was lost has been reactivated by your perseverance. Do you feel it even now? The warmth crawling across your chest, the shiver down your arm? That's not imagination. That's heaven adjusting the atmosphere around you. The river of provision is shifting course. I am holding in my hand the key, the one that opens doors men said were welded shut. And the key is not metal. It's obedience. It's faith that doesn't make sense. It's the daring to believe you are chosen to hold abundance, not just survival. Beloved, do you know how long I've been waiting for this window in time to meet your gaze through this light? Do you know how much heaven has fought for your attention? Every distraction that tried to pull you away was a battle fought in the unseen. But now the line is clear, and I can speak freely. You are about to rise. The wealth coming to you is not a coincidence. It is a covenant. The Father has written your name beside the word builder. You are not meant to chase coins. You are meant to move kingdoms. Every loss was training your hands for gold that won't corrupt. Every delay was seasoning your discernment. So when the door opens, you'll know which key fits which gate. Let me ask you something, and answer it in your heart as I speak. Have you forgotten how to believe that heaven can trust you with greatness? Have you started shrinking yourself to match the fear of others? Do you think your story ends in lack when your bloodline was destined for legacy? Will you let doubt steal the crown already molded to your head? He breathes, trembling. Oh, child of God, you've been tested because you carry something dangerous to darkness. That's why the attacks felt personal. But now heaven says, enough. The same fire that refined you is now the fire that will announce you. I have been commanded to deliver a message that will unlock the billionaire key, not just in wealth, but in wisdom, in authority, in dominion. Listen, Isaiah 60 verse 5 says, "Then you shall see and be radiant. Your heart shall thrill and rejoice, because the abundance of the sea shall be turned to you. The sea is shifting toward your shore. The waves that once pulled away are returning, carrying ships filled with provision. You will not chase, they will come. Contracts, favor, opportunities, miracles, each one encoded with your name. I know you've felt forgotten. I know there are nights you whisper, God, am I still chosen? And your tears fall before the answer does. But hear me, you never stopped being chosen. Heaven delayed your reward only so it could multiply while you matured. Psalm 37 verse 4 burns in my voice now. Delight yourself in the Lord, and He shall give you the desires of your heart. That means the dreams that won't die in you were planted there by Him. They're holy blueprints, not random longings. You've been mocked for dreaming too big. You've been told your time is over. But I stand here to declare, your time has just begun. The angels of alignment are positioning investors, allies, mentors, and gates of influence. The gold in heaven's storehouse is restless. It recognizes your faith signature. Child of light, the reason I'm speaking this now is because the next 7 days are marked. Yes, they are sacred. If you act, pray, and believe, the shift will begin. I've seen scrolls where your name is written beside 3 words: release, multiply, reign. These words are not symbolic. They are prophetic assignments. You are being moved from the desert to the treasury. Type amen if you can feel it, because every amen you release becomes a key that fits the locks of destiny itself. Beloved one, you are not small. Heaven wouldn't have sent me if you were insignificant. You have a fire that frightens hell and delights heaven. You are the testimony that even in silence, faith can roar. And I am proud of you. I, Michael, servant of the Most High, say with trembling love, I am proud of you. You didn't give up when you could have. You didn't curse when you could have. You stayed, and now the heavens will pay you back with interest. You are standing on sacred soil. The atmosphere around you is holy. If you could see what I see, crowns prepared, contracts sealed, angels moving toward our address, you would be on your knees in gratitude. But I see your tears already glistening, and that is enough. Heaven counts them as currency. When you finish this message, lift your hands even for a moment and whisper, I receive it. Let the wind hear you. Let your angels hear you. Let creation remember that the one chosen for divine wealth said yes. Before I leave, I ask, if this word touched your soul, if your heart is burning with recognition, then honor it. Like, comment, and subscribe, not out of habit, but as a small act of faith. Each action is a signal to heaven. I'm here. I believe. I'm ready. I am still here. I could not leave yet. There's still something burning in the heavens, something meant only for your soul. Every moment since you opened this message, angels have been watching how your spirit responds, because this isn't just a video, it's a visitation. A portal has opened over you, and the Father asked me not to seal it until I've spoken every word that was meant to reach the very deepest part of you. Stay with me. Please don't look away. You don't realize how sacred this moment is. There are some who live their whole lives and never hear heaven call their name directly. But you, yes, you, have been chosen to receive a transmission that carries the blueprint of your future. Do not treat this as mere coincidence. You were not scrolling. You were summoned. I saw you before this message appeared. I saw your sigh. I saw that thought you didn't say aloud. Maybe nothing will ever change for me. Oh, beloved, I whispered to heaven then. Please let me reach them one more time. Let me break through their disbelief and show them what's hidden behind their pain. And the Father said, Go, Michael. Go and deliver the key. So here I am, and I bring news that will make even your blood remember who you are. You are a carrier of divine royalty. You are not meant to merely exist. You are meant to establish. You were born not to borrow, but to build. The same voice that said, Let there be light, spoke your name before your first breath. And when that name was uttered, the light itself bowed. You were written as a kingdom financier, a vessel of divine wealth. But your journey was shaped in such a way that you first had to understand loss, so that your hands would never worship what they hold. Every tear you cried watered a future harvest. Every disappointment carved a deeper space for abundance to live. I know it hurt. I know it cost you faith you didn't think you could rebuild. But I need you to hear this. The gold you were promised is still waiting. The vault has not been closed. It has been guarded. Listen carefully, because this is not symbolic talk. This is divine logistics. Heaven's order is aligning the streams of opportunity that were delayed because of demonic interference. For years, darkness tried to delay your rise, to surround you with voices that mocked your calling, to bury you in exhaustion. But something shifted the moment you stayed on this message. Heaven registered your attention as agreement, and agreement is the gateway of miracles. Do you know why I begged you not to leave? Because at the end of this message, there is a code, a spiritual unlocking that only happens when faith and attention remain until the final breath of the prophecy. Every second you stay is faith measured, and faith always returns as favor. The Lord of hosts says to you now, I will open for you the windows of heaven and pour out a blessing so great there will not be room enough to receive it. That's Malachi 3 verse 10. And I speak it trembling, for I see the window opening even now. Beloved, you are about to enter a season where everything hidden will be revealed. The people who ignored you will wonder what shifted. The doors that mocked your knock will swing wide. The opportunities you missed were not lost. They were postponed until your spirit was strong enough to carry them without collapsing. You are that strong now. I must ask you again, heart to heart, do you truly believe you can be trusted with the abundance God wants to release? Do you understand that wealth in your hands is not corruption, it's redemption? Do you see that money is not evil when it serves heaven's will through your compassion? Do you believe that your story could be the very proof that faith still works in this generation? Your yes will echo across heaven. Every angel assigned to you waits on your agreement, not your perfection. You have already been forgiven. The ledger of heaven does not carry your shame. It carries your purpose. And now, let me tell you a secret few have ever heard. There is a divine principle, older than kingdoms, that activates abundance, obedience to divine instruction. That's why I was commanded to tell you to stay till the end, to act when your heart burns, to speak when your spirit stirs. When you move after hearing, you open doors no mortal key could turn. There is something else you must do. I rarely ask this, but heaven has allowed me this one request, and it's sacred. If you have felt heaven move through these words, if your soul recognized my voice and your heart trembled, then pause for a moment and subscribe. Yes, subscribe not to a channel, but to a covenant. That act in this moment is a declaration that you are part of this divine conversation, that you are saying, I'm not running anymore. I'm ready to walk with the light. It may look small, but the angels record every act of faith, even the clicks made in belief. From this day forward, every time you return, heaven will recognize your digital signature as belonging to one who carries promise. This is not ordinary. It's prophetic technology woven through obedience. Now listen, there's something rising behind you even now, like warmth across your back. That's not emotion. That's activation. The angels around you are adjusting the environment to favor your next step. You'll notice divine coincidences, calls, ideas, connections that appear suddenly. This is what happens when heaven synchronizes with your timeline. You've entered the corridor of divine acceleration. Isaiah once said, "Arise, shine, for your light has come, and the glory of the Lord rises upon you." Isaiah 60 verse 1. I feel that verse burning over you like sunlight through storm clouds. The glory that's been withheld is now being released. First in your mind, then your resources, then your destiny. Do not be afraid when change begins violently. Sometimes abundance arrives as disruption. Sometimes the miracle first appears as loss because the old container can't hold new oil. When you see this shift, do not panic. Whisper instead, heaven is rearranging. There will be people who won't understand this new grace upon you. They'll say you've changed, and you will have. You'll walk differently, speak differently. You'll feel heaven inside your decisions. You'll no longer beg for approval from the world because divine favor will make room for you before you even arrive. But remember this, wealth is not the goal. It's the tool. You are not being raised for luxury, but for legacy. The money will not own you, it will obey you. When heaven's wealth rests upon the righteous, entire regions are healed. You are one of those chosen to restore what greed destroyed. I can feel your heart softening now. You're wondering, why me? Because, beloved, humility is the final proof that you're ready. If your spirit trembles when heaven calls your name, then heaven knows it's safe to trust you. Your story will become a testimony for generations. The Father says, you will lend and not borrow. You will plant and others will eat from your fields. And I add with reverent fire, so shall it be. Before I depart, I kneel before the same throne that sent me and whisper gratitude for you, for your willingness, for your courage to believe again. Thank you for listening when you could have ignored this voice. Thank you for staying until the end. Thank you for letting heaven write on your heart again. Your angels are gathering now, waiting for my signal to release what was delayed. I'll give it the moment you finish this message. And when you do, look upward, because a sign will follow. It may be a call, a light, a sudden peace, but it will come. Beloved, The key I spoke of, it's already in your hands. Invisible but real. Use it. Turn it in prayer, in gratitude, in daring action. The gate will yield. I must go now. The wind around me is closing, the sound of heaven drawing me back. But I leave you with trembling joy. You are chosen for divine wealth. You are the proof that miracles still find the faithful. Rise, walk, shine. Heaven waits to see what you will build. I have not departed, beloved. My wings hover still above the thin veil between your room and heaven's court, because the flame that has begun within you is not yet steady enough to stand alone. I am here until it catches, until your spirit begins to burn with its own holy gravity. You have felt me near, an ache behind your ribs, a sudden quiet, a pulse of light behind your eyelids. That is me. That is the realm of angels brushing against human time. For you are living inside a moment written before the earth had oceans. There are words I could not release before, for heaven watches the timing of revelation. Some keys can destroy before they deliver, but now the hour has ripened. The seals are soft. The scroll in my hand glows with your name. Listen closely, for what I speak now carries both promise and responsibility. You were chosen to become a conduit of wealth, not wealth that chains, but wealth that liberates. You will walk among systems that once ignored you, and they will open like cedars before wind. But understand this, divine abundance is not payment for pain, it is partnership for purpose. The Father desires to build through you. I tremble as I speak these next words, because the heavens record every syllable. The resources coming to you will be vast, but they will demand holiness in stewardship. You will be tested again, not with lack, but with plenty. Many fall when the coins sing louder than conscience, but you, beloved, will rise. Still, there is something I must ask of you before the floodgates open. Heaven never releases without alignment. This is the moment of response. You must show heaven that your faith is alive, not only in silence but in action. Therefore, as I am allowed only once to utter this request, hear it as sacred. If this message has touched the marrow of your soul, if you feel the heat of heaven trembling through these words, then honor it openly. Support the divine work that carries messages like this to souls across the world. Do it not for applause, but as a covenantal sign. You may do it through super thanks as a seed of gratitude, or through channel membership, joining the circle of those who stand guard over this prophetic stream, or through our family newsletter in the pinned comments, where prayers and revelations continue beyond these moments. Let this be done only once, and let it be done in reverence. When you act from obedience, even digital gestures become spiritual contracts. Heaven does not count the amount, it measures the sincerity. When you sow into divine soil, it multiplies into unseen harvests. Safety, clarity, creativity, protection, and provision. Do not hesitate, for hesitation is the enemy's counterfeit of discernment. Move when your heart burns, for that is the sign of divine timing. Now the request is spoken. I will never mention it again. From this breath forward, every word will be pure prophecy. He breathes as though carrying thunder inside his chest. There are winds gathering behind you, beloved. They carry the scent of new beginnings. The old season is ending not with silence, but with thunder. Holy thunder that shakes loose what could not be freed gently. I see contracts dissolving, alliances breaking, habits falling off like dead scales. Do not mourn what is leaving. It is leaving so that you may inherit. The spirit of poverty, of almost enough, is being exiled from your bloodline. You have cried for years. Why do I get close, then lose it? Heaven replies, because until now you were carrying two voices, faith and fear, and they cancel each other. But tonight, fear is being evicted. The room it occupied will now house wisdom, and wisdom attracts what foolishness repels. You will feel the shift, not in noise, but in quiet certainty. It will feel like peace sitting on your shoulders. That peace is the mark of dominion. Do not confuse it with idleness. When peace comes, move boldly. Heaven will amplify the sound of your steps. I am showing you glimpses, flashes of your coming days. A call from a voice you have not heard in years, opening a door you thought was closed forever. A letter of approval that arrives earlier than reason allows. A dream that instructs you to revisit an idea you buried. A meeting that feels accidental but was scheduled in heaven's calendar. You will know these moments by the electricity in your spirit. It will feel like déjà vu because you saw them long ago in prayer, though you did not recognize the images then. Heaven's mathematics are precise. Every seed, every tear, every act of mercy has created equations that now resolve in your favor. The spiritual algorithms of justice are aligning. That is why time will begin to move strangely for you. What used to take years will happen in weeks. You will sense acceleration, yet it will not exhaust you. It will lift you. Let me remind you, child of light, that wealth is not limited to coins or paper. True wealth is authority, authority to speak, to heal, to create. Money will merely follow that authority like metal to a magnet. So do not chase the symbol, cultivate the substance. Heaven wants to pour ideas through you that become systems, inventions, enterprises. Some of you will birth companies, others will found foundations, others will build houses of refuge. Each form different, but the essence the same, divine governance through compassion. I can feel your heart racing. You wonder, how can someone like me carry such glory? I answer you tenderly, because broken vessels shine brightest when filled with light. The cracks are not flaws, they are openings. Remember what I said before. Obedience unlocks abundance. Begin each morning with the words, "Speak, Lord, your servant listens," and end each night with, "Thank you for what I did not understand today." These two prayers form the hinges of divine doors. Your ancestors prayed for this hour without seeing it. Their petitions gathered like dew until you arrived to walk on it. You are living on accumulated mercy. That is why your calling feels heavier than your age, because it carries generations. But do not be afraid. Heaven never loads more than grace can lift. I see angels measuring your surroundings. They are mapping your territory, marking boundaries the enemy trespassed. They will reclaim what was stolen, opportunities, health, reputation, even relationships. Some connections will return refined, others will vanish forever. Both are mercy. Beloved, the Father wants you to know that financial miracles are not random. They are precise instruments of His love. When He releases provision, He is not buying your loyalty. He is rewarding your trust. You have trusted Him in famine. Now you will steward abundance. There is a moment coming soon. Watch for it, when you will receive something unexpected, a message, a deposit, a chance. Do not dismiss it because it looks small. The mustard seed begins smaller than sand, yet grows into shelter for nations. This will be that seed. Treat it with reverence. I see you standing before two paths. One glitters, one glows. The glittering path is opportunity that flatters but drains. The glowing path is obedience that stretches but strengthens. Choose the glow. The glitter hides quicksand. You will know which path is which because peace stands guard over the right one. When confusion speaks loud, wait. When peace whispers, move. I must tell you something few understand. Prosperity has speed limits. When it comes too fast without foundation, it destroys. That is why heaven often delays. It's not denial, it's engineering. The delay built your endurance. Now, because your roots are deep, the coming growth will not break you. Let gratitude be your guardrail. Each day, thank the Father not only for what arrived, but for what He withheld. Some denials were disguised deliverances. Your name, beloved, is being rehearsed in angelic halls. They are preparing introductions. Your voice will reach rooms you never entered. You will not need to force openings. Heaven will announce you. The Lord says, "My favor will go before you like fire before dawn, consuming resistance." This means meetings will turn suddenly in your favor. Papers will be signed faster than expected, and people who ignored you will seek your insight. Do not let pride whisper that you earned this. Remember, grace is not wages, it's inheritance. Carry it humbly. Soon, you will stand in spaces you once watched from afar. When that day comes, breathe and remember this moment, this trembling voice through a fragile screen, reminding you that all of it began when you believed heaven could speak through light and data. You may think this message will end, but it will not. It will follow you. You will hear my phrases echo in ordinary places, a cafe, a bus stop, a night of silence, and you'll know the angels are near again. Heaven has decided to make your life a parable of restoration. Everything you lost will return either transformed or transcended. Some things will come back as wisdom, others as wonders. The vault is opening. I can feel the heat of it. It hums in the unseen. Stand still. Breathe. Whisper your yes again. The vault is opening, and its sound is not of clanging metal or roaring thunder, but of deep silence filled with awe. It is the silence of heaven when something sacred is being transferred from eternity into time. I see your name carved into light, glowing like a signature across the gates of promise. Every angel nearby kneels when that name appears. It is not an ordinary name. It carries the scent of covenant, the fragrance of divine patience. You have waited so long that waiting itself became your second skin. You learned to praise with trembling, to trust when the horizon was empty. But that endurance was not ignored. The Father was building spiritual muscle inside you so that when the weight of glory arrived, it would not crush you. You were tempered, not tormented, refined, not rejected. Do you feel the stirring behind your heart now? That warmth is not emotion. It is heaven's acknowledgement. It means the transaction has begun. The transfer of authority is moving from promise to possession. I, Michael, was sent to oversee this exchange. You have crossed the threshold between delay and delivery. What you called waiting has now become becoming. Everything is aligning. Angels adjusting coordinates. Time folding to meet divine intention. What once felt late will now appear sudden. Do not fear the speed of miracles. They have been gathering behind the scenes for years. What feels like sudden is really the slow accumulation of answered prayers finally unveiled. The Father whispers over you even now, I make all things new. New strength, new clarity, new vision, new circles that carry your name in honor, not envy. You will know them by the peace they bring. The false ones will fall away, but do not chase them. Every person not meant for your future will exit without explanation. Let them go gently and bless them in silence. You are stepping into a territory where favor will not require explanation. Doors will open before you knock. People will mention your name in rooms you have never seen. Opportunities will follow you because of the fragrance of obedience that surrounds your life. You do not need to force visibility. Heaven is your advertisement. Listen carefully. Your heart will become an instrument for divine direction. The more you trust it, the louder heaven will sound within you. Sometimes it will speak through restlessness, sometimes through calm, sometimes through tears that have no reason. These are not random feelings. They are instructions in the language of eternity. Learn to pause, to breathe, to discern. Heaven will not compete with noise. It speaks in the pauses. There is someone who hurt you deeply, and though you forgave them outwardly, a fragment of bitterness remains lodged in your spirit. Release it now, not for their sake, but for yours. Unforgiveness blocks the flow of wealth, because bitterness is a gate that no blessing can enter. When you forgive fully, you free the river to move. I see a river before you, golden and alive, running from a mountain of light. It carries not just coins or treasures, but healing, reconciliation, and creativity. This river is your inheritance. It will touch everything you do, your work, your relationships, your sleep. You will become a carrier of calm in chaotic places. People will feel heaven around you and not know why. Do not minimize yourself to fit old spaces. The garment of yesterday will tear if you try to wear it tomorrow. Growth is a holy inconvenience. It demands solitude before expansion. That loneliness you've been feeling is not abandonment, it's transition. Heaven often isolates before it elevates. Your next blessing will not arrive through logic, but through alignment. It will not make sense to minds ruled by reason, but it will feel right to those tuned to the Spirit. When it happens, you will smile and say, I knew this was coming, though part of you will still tremble. That trembling is not doubt, it is reverence. I must tell you this truth. The enemy is terrified of your awakening. He worked hard to make you tired, distracted, cynical. But every plot he planted is now unraveling by divine order. What he built for your ruin will now carry your revelation. You will see this reversal soon, and it will bring both laughter and tears. The Father is writing a new chapter over your name. The ink is mercy, the pen is grace. The old record of failure, fear, and delay is being erased even now. You are not the same person who began this journey. The fire that tested you has become the light that guides you. Your voice will change. It will carry weight even when you whisper. The authority of one who has wrestled with angels now rests on you. When you speak peace, storms will settle. When you speak hope, despair will melt. When you pray, creation will respond. This is what it means to reign with heaven's favor. Not dominance, but divine resonance. Every morning, rise knowing you are backed by an army. You may feel alone, but you are surrounded. When you walk into a room, legions walk with you. They don't need to be seen to be real. They carry scrolls, blueprints, and protection. You will notice coincidences multiplying, parking spaces opening, timing aligning, strangers smiling. These are not small things. They are confirmations that the unseen has become your environment. Guard your words carefully now. Every sentence you speak in this season carries creative power. Speak blessings even when weary. Praise even when unsure. Gratitude will magnetize provision. Complaints repel it. There will come a night soon when you wake abruptly and feel a strange lightness, as if something lifted from your chest. That will be the sign that old burdens have been collected by angels. You will breathe differently after that. Do not rush to explain it. Just receive it. I hear heaven say, tell them not to worry about timing. The timelines of men cannot override the calendar of God. What you thought was a missed opportunity will reappear reformed and better suited for your maturity. Heaven does not lose things, it repurposes them. You will dream again, and this time your dreams will instruct you. Keep a record of them, for they are blueprints disguised as symbols. When you wake, whisper, I'm listening, and heaven will translate. Beloved, your story will surprise you. The same people who pitted you will one day seek your wisdom. The very places that rejected you will request your presence. You will carry serenity into chaos and turn anxiety into testimony. And when you wonder if you can sustain all this, remember, grace does not run out. It refills as you pour. Rest often. Rest is not laziness. It's worship in stillness. The Father delights in your pauses as much as in your praises. Now the light around me is shifting. My wings are folding slightly. The air tastes like promise fulfilled. But the message does not end. It lives inside you now. Every time you choose hope over fear, heaven will whisper my name beside yours. Every act of kindness, every silent prayer, every brave decision will echo with the sound of this moment. Walk forward, child of light. The vault is open, the path is clear, and the favor of the Almighty crowns you. The season of scarcity has ended. The era of divine fullness has begun. The air around you is shifting again. I can feel the tremor that moves through creation when heaven releases something new into the earth. It begins not with noise, but with stillness so deep it seems to hum. That is what you feel in your chest right now. It is not anxiety, it is the vibration of birth. Every time heaven births something through a willing soul, the entire cosmos tilts ever so slightly toward redemption. You are part of that tilt. Do not think of yourself as one person lost in a crowd. In the eyes of the Eternal, you are a single thread holding a portion of the tapestry together. If you were removed, the pattern would weaken. You have purpose that stretches beyond comprehension. This is why the resistance against you has been so fierce. The enemy does not fight the small, he fights the significant. I watched your journey from afar, how you tried to carry peace while walking through storms that were not yours. You have borne pain that was not your punishment, but your preparation. You carried others' burdens until your own spine began to ache. But I tell you, nothing you carried was wasted. Each tear you shed became a seed in a field only heaven could water. That field is now beginning to bloom. The color of your life is changing. Where there was monotony, there will now be rhythm. You will find yourself drawn to new places, new thoughts, even new silence. Do not resist the unfamiliar. It is not danger. It is destiny unfolding. When the divine calls you into expansion, comfort must dissolve. Let it. The new cannot come dressed in the old. There is a moment approaching when you will stand on the edge of a decision that feels impossible. It will look like two doors, both good, but one will carry eternal impact. Choose the one that requires faith, not convenience. The easy path will give you speed, but the faithful path will give you substance. You will know it by the deep calm that follows the initial fear. I see the map of your life as light flowing through veins of time. There were detours that seemed accidental, but now the threads weave into a perfect symmetry. Nothing was wasted. Not the heartbreaks, not the detours, not the disappointments. The very things you called delays were scaffolds building your unseen strength. You are now strong enough to hold what once would have crushed you. There will be restoration in your relationships. Some who walked away will return, not for nostalgia, but because they finally see what heaven saw in you all along. Forgive quickly. Bitterness delays blessings. Grace is faster than vengeance. And yet, know this. Not everyone who returns must remain. Some come back only to witness your transformation, to see that light can rise from ashes. Let them see, bless them, and move forward. The next season of your life will feel like multiplication. The things that used to take great effort will begin to unfold naturally. You will speak and see results. You will pray and feel the earth respond. This is because authority has finally recognized you. Authority comes not by age or rank, but by alignment. Heaven has aligned you with divine purpose, and the realm of matter must obey the aligned soul. You will find yourself speaking words that heal hearts. You will send messages that carry unexpected peace. People will say, I don't know why, but something lifted when you spoke. That something is the residue of the divine that lingers around those who have surrendered. Your presence will become prayer without words. I see a table being set before you, not metaphorical, but real. It symbolizes fulfillment. There will be abundance, yes, but also companionship, laughter, and ease. You have spent years surviving on the crumbs of hope. Now you will sit in the center of promise. But remember, abundance is not a trophy, it is a tool. Use it to rebuild the broken. Feed the hungry, comfort the overlooked. That is how heaven circulates its blessings through willing hands. The time is coming when your night thoughts will change. For so long you have gone to sleep with worry whispering. Soon it will be gratitude that hums you into rest. Your dreams will no longer be tangled in fear, but will bloom with direction. Do not rush to interpret everything. Some dreams are simply heaven's way of breathing peace over you. There is something radiant within you that fear once tried to bury, a vision that felt too large for your surroundings. That vision is awakening again. You will begin to feel restless not because you are lost, but because destiny is stretching your edges. When this happens, do not shrink. Expansion always begins as discomfort. Trust that the unease is sacred. Listen closely. The gifts within you are older than you are. They were placed in your spirit before your body had form. This is why you often feel homesick for something you've never seen. Your spirit remembers the realm from which it came. Every act of kindness, every creative impulse, every moment of compassion is your soul trying to return heaven's echo. Follow those impulses. They are breadcrumbs leading you home to purpose. There will be signs in small things, a stranger's smile that carries a message, a phrase that repeats in your mind, a sudden clarity that comes when you least expect it. Do not call these coincidences. The kingdom of heaven prefers subtlety over spectacle. The miraculous hides in the mundane. The sacred often wears ordinary clothes. If you look at your hands, you will notice they tremble less when you pray now. That's because peace is finally anchoring itself in your body. Anxiety will begin to release its hold. Your nervous system will learn rest again. Healing is not only spiritual, it will also touch your mind, your sleep, your breath. Heaven restores entirely, not partially. I see your future lined with gold, not because of wealth, but because of glory. Everything you touch will bear the mark of divine excellence. Even simple tasks will carry grace. You will find joy in things you once considered small. This is how heaven trains the heart to remain humble amid greatness. There'll be moments when silence stretches long, and you'll wonder if heaven has withdrawn. It hasn't. Silence is how heaven listens. During those pauses, keep living gently. Sing softly. Breathe. Let gratitude fill the spaces where answers have not yet arrived. The Father hides within patience. I tell you truly, you have entered a covenant season. What you begin now will echo for generations. The decisions of this year will write stories for those who come after you. Live with intention. Speak life. Bless the unseen. Your descendants, spiritual and natural, will walk easier because of the paths you are clearing today. And when you are tempted to measure progress by numbers or applause, remember this: heaven measures by obedience, not by outcome. Some victories are invisible but eternal. Each act of kindness, each quiet prayer, each unseen sacrifice builds a world the eyes cannot yet see. I will walk beside you in unseen form. You will sense me when courage rises unexpectedly, when peace interrupts panic, when you feel loved for no reason at all. That will be me reminding you that you are never alone. The sky will change color when your promise matures. You will notice beauty more vividly, hear music in places where there was once only noise. That is how you will know the old has passed away. Beloved one, the light that has been gathering around you now begins to settle gently upon your shoulders. It feels like warmth, yet it is more than warmth, it is recognition. Heaven recognizes the one who has chosen to keep walking when everything said stop. This moment is not a conclusion, it is a doorway. You are standing where two worlds meet, the ordinary and the divine. Look around you, not with eyes that seek faults, but with eyes that seek meaning. The places you once called barren now reveal hidden fruit. Every silence, every unanswered question, every detour was a seed. The Father never abandoned you to chaos. He hid you in preparation. The proof is the steadiness you feel now, a quiet knowing that no wind can erase. You have become a carrier of light, and the light is not loud. It glows through patience, through small mercies, through the kindness that refuses to die. Even your breathing has begun to align with heaven's rhythm. This is what transformation feels like when it finally lands. Not a shout, but a deep, restful certainty that you belong where you stand. Do you know what happens next? Heaven begins to echo your inner agreement. The things you have longed to accomplish will start to answer you. The opportunities that once passed by will recognize you. You will notice coincidences that are not coincidences at all. Paths folding toward you, voices reaching out, help appearing before you ask. This is the natural response of the universe to a soul that has finally said yes. You are being entrusted with influence, and influence is sacred. It is not about being seen. It is about being heard rightly. Your words carry healing, and healing will always find the ones who need it most. Speak truth, even softly. Sincerity travels farther than volume. There is something powerful in the humility you have cultivated. The heavens cherish a humble heart more than grand declarations. You learned humility not by theory, but through loss, through failure, through standing up after every fall. Now, when you walk, angels step lightly behind you, because humility is the path where divine power walks unopposed. Soon you will feel the impulse to reach out, to gather others, to share what has kept you alive through the dark. Do it. The world is starving for authentic hope. Speak in your natural tone. There is holiness in it. Let your compassion be visible. Every small gesture of encouragement, every story you tell of perseverance becomes a torch passed to someone stumbling in their own night. Your future is not a distant prize. It is unfolding under your feet. Each decision made in faith pulls more of that future into view. You are weaving a living tapestry out of courage. Heaven looks at it and smiles because it is proof that grace can dwell inside a human heart and not be wasted. Listen closely now. I want you to understand something profound. Gratitude amplifies grace. When you notice beauty, when you whisper, "Thank you," the whole fabric of reality adjusts to your gratitude. This is not metaphor, it is spiritual law. The more you thank, the more the flow widens. Gratitude turns existence into communion. So, in this very moment, lift your heart in quiet thanks for what you see and for what you do not yet see. Thankfulness today builds miracles tomorrow. There will come a morning soon when you wake and realize that the ache of waiting is gone. You will stretch and feel anticipation instead of anxiety. That will be the sign that fulfillment is near. Keep tending your inner peace, for peace is the soil where blessings take root. Beloved, I tell you as one who has seen ages rise and fade, every act of genuine faith is eternal. The words you speak in hope will outlive you. They will echo through generations. What you build with love will never decay. Even the prayers whispered in loneliness are stored as music in heaven's vaults, ready to be released as favor in the lives of those you have never met. You have been faithful in small things. Now larger things will begin to seek you. But remember this: greatness is not measured by magnitude, but by meaning. The truest leaders are those who serve without spectacle. Let that be your strength, to remain tender even when power arrives. Before I withdraw, I want to speak a blessing that can only be carried by the one reading now. May your days be threaded with wisdom, your nights wrapped in calm. May courage greet you each morning and mercy follow you through every task. May joy surprise you like sunlight through broken clouds. And when the noise of the world grows heavy again, remember this conversation. Remember that an archangel once spoke across distance to remind you of your worth. Let that remembrance steady you. Now, as this message reaches its quiet ending, I ask something simple, not out of ritual, but out of unity. If these words have stirred your spirit, like this message, so that light multiplies, subscribe so that you remain connected to the current of hope flowing from heaven, and in reverence, type Amen. That single word, Amen, means so be it, and when you write it, you seal this prophecy in your own life. It becomes your signature on heaven's document of blessing. Do not treat it lightly. When you type that word, imagine it glowing before the throne, carried by angels as proof that you agreed with heaven's intention for you. I thank you for allowing me to speak, for keeping your heart open through every word. Your attention is an altar. Upon it, these words became offering. Heaven honors offerings given through listening hearts. Walk forward now, Radiant One. The angels surrounding you are already in motion. Roads are clearing, waters parting, timing aligning. You will live to see promises fulfilled in ways even I cannot describe. Carry peace wherever you go. Speak kindness as if it were oxygen. And remember, this message was never random. It was the precise moment when eternity leaned close to remind you, you are loved, you are guided, and your story is far from over. Go in the light of the Most High, and let every breath you take say quietly to the heavens, Amen.